Hello guys, it's John with doing another video. This time's actually a bit different. It's going to be an update video for 2024. I wasn't planning to do an update for the year. I wasn't planning on making this an annual thing, but thought it seemed a little bit necessary because I do have some different stuff in mind for this year, what I'm going to be doing. I will explain kind of why my perspective on some things started to shift and why I do want to change some things up and whatnot, but well, we'll get to that a little bit later. For now, let's just talk about some of the things that will be happening. Let's just start off with kind of an oddball pick here. Amiibo videos. I do these every now and again, but they'll kind of continue like that, but there's going to be a big video for February, actually. February will have a big Smash Ultimate Amiibo unboxing. Every single one. Not all the Smash Amiibo ever, just the specific Ultimate ones, like Wolf, Inkling, and Ridley. Or the original 4 from December 2018. I've had them in box since then. Over 5 years now, so yeah. All the way up until the last Amiibo Sora, which will be releasing in February. So we'll unbox all of them. So that'll be cool. Next up, the Blaze videos. Chef Blaze. Did a couple of these in 2023. They were kind of a, comedic cooking type of thing. I feel like these worked better when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16. I feel like it just seemed funnier back then to me. Nowadays, I think I could still make these entertaining and interesting, but I definitely need to kind of rethink how I approach these, I think. Don't know if these will be a thing that appears more in 2024 or not, but maybe. Depends on how I change up the approach and if I can figure something out for them. Weekly Blazes. I do these decent, but I made like almost 30 of them in 2023. Want to cut that down to about 15 to 20. They're kind of a vlog, podcast-esque series. Where I just talk about stuff, a lot of times new stuff. I will do them still probably monthly for the Beyblade news and whatnot. Also other stuff like, Nintendo Directs, holidays, at least the ones I care about. Maybe like, I don't know, special days like end of my semester or I guess school year or whatever you want to consider it. For college, and then also like maybe like one or two random ones here and there. So every now and again I will do them, but want to make them a little bit less just to make sure each one that I do make is actually has a reason to be made. Next up here, let's get into the actual like big stuff here. Bakugan. Bakugan has like historically just been a pretty big part of my channel. Some years being like the main focus of my channel, but this was kind of my final year of Bakugan stuff, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't really care about going back to Gen 1. I mean, Gen 2's over. I'm probably never making a dedicated Gen 2 video ever again. And there's Gen 3 and Bakutech. Gen 3, I thought maybe would be a new big thing for my channel. I hate Gen 3. It's terrible. I do not care about it in the slightest. Will I do more videos on it? Probably, but how many will that be? Maybe a couple a year. It's a very occasional thing, so Bakugan's going to be very, very inactive on my channel. Aside from that, though, Bakutech, kind of the main thing that was keeping Bakugan afloat on my channel. I finished kind of unboxing everything I wanted to a couple of years ago at this point, but reviews. I mean, I finished the reviews I wanted to make, unless if I go back and review every single Bakutech outside of their original decks, because, like, there are certain Bakutech that are exclusive to certain decks, which I only reviewed in those decks. If I decide to go through every single one, give it its own review, then I could make more, but I mean, I don't think there's a reason for that. So with that, Bakutech reviews are kind of done. There are two big Bakugan videos I will be making this year. First up is a Bakugan Armors video I've been meaning to make for 3 years, but now there's like nothing else for Bakugan, so I'll actually probably get on that, but that probably will be a while. I might wait till summer break to do that, so April, May for me. Also, there's going to be a Bakutech tier list video that'll be probably saved for July. So I guess that's the next thing, though. Well, I guess first up, yeah, Bakugan, not a lot for this year, but yeah, next thing. I made my YouTube account on July 17th, 2009. This will be the 15-year anniversary, so I'm going to make July a pretty cool month. Get a lot of, like, bigger videos out in July, and also a dedicated, 15-year anniversary video. So yeah, for those people who don't know, probably think I'm potentially a newer Beyblade YouTuber or something. Might have just seen me recently, within the past few months, and think I'm a new YouTuber. No, I'm not. I've been around since 2009. A very different site back then, but yeah, it was I've been around a very long time. And, yeah, 15-year anniversary. That's something. I just want to make July kind of a cool month. But that's the thing, is after July, videos are going to be a little bit different. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a bit. But, yeah, so moving on to the next topic here, which is going to be Bottlemen. I have a lot of Bottlemen videos planned for the first half or so of this year, but it looks like Godcap is finishing in January. I think it's about done. So, and with Godcap being done, it looks like Bottlemen in general might just be done. If not, Bottlemen continues as it's been. But if it is done, I will unbox the rest of the December releases. Those should be out this month. And then the one January release, which seems like the final one, probably in February. We'll have some discussions here and there, even following, Bottlemen being done and not doing as many Bottlemen videos. Yeah, there will be discussions here and there, but not as often. But I do have a couple to do sooner rather than later. Like, a maybe cap discussion on the caps themselves. Also, I did a prototype video last month where I talked about how good the system was. We'll be doing that for DX and Godcap as well. Also, just a general look back at Bottlemen. Also, a Godcap ranking video, and also just a general ranking video, but that one will be based on how much I liked each Bottlemen rather than how good they are. I might also pull from my Beyblade type of stuff where I do a reimagining Bottlemen series. That could be pretty cool. Although that might just be one long video, but we'll see. But yeah, a lot of this stuff will be done by July, and after that, yeah, it'll just be sporadic discussions. Maybe I'll go back to get some releases, like some recolors or sets I skipped over. Nothing mainline, but still just some recolors to get, and those and occasional discussions will be kind of what Bottlemen becomes my channel. It'll be fairly inactive because I've done quite a bit, but yeah, if I think of a good topic, I will talk about it, but again, it just won't be nearly as often. So with that, Beyblade. Beyblade is kind of the main thing on my channel, I would say, but also with Bakugan and Bottlemen kind of taking a step back, you would expect it to kind of become a bigger focus. Not really, honestly. So, I've never really been into Bakugan Shoot. I probably won't do anything with Bakugan Shoot. Metal Fight, I might do discussions on every now and again. I do want to do like a 0G discussion, but those are very uncommon. Burst, kind of nearing its end on my channel, I would say. As far as unboxings go, basically if I just get something cool, I'll unbox it, but that's very infrequent at this point. Ranking videos, I will do one big ranking video in January for all of the 2 to 3 Evolution line motifs, like the small ones that I didn't feel like should get dedicated videos. That's it for ranking videos for Burst, though. That'll be that. Discussions. If I have a cool, interesting topic, I'll talk about it, but that's going to be like Metal Fight, where they're very infrequent, but it'll probably happen occasionally. But the main thing is reimagining Beyblade Burst. I'm doing these every now and again. I'm 8 parts in. Parts 9 and 10 will be also like kind of BU-based videos, but after that, 11 and 12 will be remake-based, 11 being Bakugan Shoot, 12 Metal Fight. These 4 parts will be out in the first half of the year, although I'm sure most of them will be kind of towards once I'm on summer break, which I get out of school in mid-April, which is pretty early, but that's nice. Anyway, then there's parts 13 and 14, which will be July. 13, Hasbro, like reworking Hasbro stuff into Takara Bays, and then 14th, just any of my own original, new, unique stuff. And with that, that's kind of it for Burst. Burst will become very, very uncommon after July. So, Beyblade X. Ranking videos on those, I can't really do very often. Once a line finishes, I'll do that, but that's like once a year, probably. So, not very often. And then discussion videos. News discussion videos, whenever a decent bit of new products are announced, I'll do discussion on them. That will stay the same. But as far as more analytical discussions go, I can't do them very often. I feel like X just isn't interesting enough to do those yet. But I found a pretty solid middle ground, I feel, like with the random booster video or the system video. I think those are pretty decent. To where I have to use my brain and actually think about what I'm talking about, which makes them more interesting, but they're not as in-depth as something like a, more analytical Burst discussion would be. I feel like they actually do provide good discussions for the comments as well. I feel like I get a lot of engagement on those, which is always cool. I like talking to people about different things with, X and stuff, so had some solid discussions there. Always fun, so I will probably try to do more of those, but again, they're not things I can do all the time, though. Those probably, like, every month or couple months, so decently often, but not all the time. So the main thing, Beyblade X unboxings. Well, I don't know how much I'm going to do with these. I do plan on getting every release still, but I don't know if I'm getting them on time. I might start waiting for a few releases to go by, then at one point I'll get like multiple months of releases at once, and I will unbox each one, do dedicated videos on each one like I usually do, but they'll just kind of be released in batches. This is mainly because I'm honestly just not as interested in Beyblade X compared to Burst. I like X well enough, but I just find it really boring compared to Burst, and I'm not as into it. I also just don't do battle videos, so it might be part of it, but still, X just doesn't interest me as much, so usually bays go down in price over time, so I might, again, hold off for a few months on getting certain releases. We'll see, though, because Bottleman might be ending, so if I'm not buying Bottleman as well, it might just be easier to manage, so I might still... There's a very good chance that this doesn't happen, and I still, get X stuff as it comes out, but just saying I might not be as consistent with it over time. So with all that said, it sounds like a lot of uploading less, so... Well, kind of. So I think until July, things should stay relatively normal. It's really after that where things might start to change, but I do have some plans. So first up, well, there's video games and anime, so I did a video game video on Minecraft, basically where I talked about the kind of updates and how they were lackluster and stuff, and then for anime, I usually just do unboxings and pickups now and again. I'll still do those when I can, but I might make these a little bit more prevalent. I'm not going to make these often again. We're talking like once or twice a month, or maybe not even, maybe like every other month or something. Just to get some more videos out when I feel like, just talk about something else. I feel like it'd be fun to talk about other stuff. And again, this experiment will probably be happening more towards the, second half of the year. See how it goes. Maybe eventually I will make these more often and I will kind of put them in rotation with the other stuff. That said, Beyblade will probably still be the main thing on my channel, but these will potentially take the spots of Bottleman and Bakugan in terms of prevalence. So they might be decently often, but again, not really rivaling Beyblade. So I like video games. They're fun. But I'm not doing gameplay videos. I am just doing discussion style videos. Now, gameplay could be in the background, but it's not really going to be like a Let's Play or something. That's really boring to me. So, want to do discussion style videos. Just talking about a certain topic on a certain game just because I can. Same for anime. I don't want to do like anime reviews or like seasonal anime videos. No hate to people who do these. I think these videos are fine. It's just not something I care about. Again, just taking a certain topic from a certain anime and just talking about it. I feel like it might be interesting to shift my channel more towards just being a discussion channel on certain hobbies rather than kind of just being like a Beyblade YouTuber that does other stuff. I feel like it'd just be more interesting overall, I think, for me personally, and I feel like there's at least enough overlap with Beyblade, Bakugan, Battleman, video games, anime, that they're intertwined well enough, I would say, to where it's probably something I could do, but yeah, it might cost me some views, but yeah, that's fine. We'll see. Again, this stuff, like the gaming and anime stuff, it's very experimental. I don't know exactly how I want to do these things yet. Just again, we'll probably start experimenting with that more later in the year just to see how it goes, and yeah. Again, I think it'd be cooler to maybe have a discussion-based channel on hobbies rather than centralizing myself just around Beyblade and kind of pigeonholing myself into that. Although I do still plan on Beyblade kind of being the most prevalent thing overall, even if it's not like by a huge majority or anything. So that's kind of my video plans. But that said, I did mention I kind of had a perspective shift, and also, just kind of, things just changed. So first up, 2023, I'll just say right now, not a great year for me. YouTube-wise, it was pretty good. I think I could carry my momentum I was kind of gaining towards the end of 2022. Carried that into this year pretty well, I would say, but outside factors, not great. I'm not going to talk about my personal life or all the impacts of that or whatever, but I'll focus on kind of how certain things may be impacting me for YouTube. So first up, I think the easiest way to say this is just, again, just kind of an overall view, just something in particular here. When I started 2023, I had two dogs, Bailey and Matilda. And my cat Odie, she's been on my channel a lot, especially in the past. Not as much frequently, not as much recently, but you know, weekly blazes, she still appeared a decent bit. But ending 2023, I have two dogs, Matilda and Coco, and that's it. So unfortunately, back in April, Bailey passed away, and that was all. The same day she passed was the same day Odie started to decline. So around then, I actually started uploading more videos. I think it was just to kind of keep my mind off of things, just keep myself doing stuff. And I was definitely uploading more around then, except for like parts of June and July, because I was sick for like a month and a half, but that doesn't count. But like August, I picked up a lot again, and late July as well. But then in September, Odie unfortunately passed away, and I think at that point I was just pretty defeated, and I didn't do as much. A lot of the videos you saw in September were pre-recorded, or were things that I kind of were just like videos that were just easy to make that didn't require much effort on my part. And in October, November, December, I actually had a lot more planned for these months, but it kind of didn't pan out. I still made a decent amount of videos for sure, but not what I was expecting to do. I feel like kind of during the time when cause like September, October, I was not doing much at all, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like during that time I was thinking about, you know, a lot of things, and again, YouTube, I'm just focusing on YouTube here, so, as far as YouTube goes, I was like, yeah, I think with what I've been doing, it might not be sustainable, because a lot of topics I talk about, there's a finite amount. I can make topics, but I feel like it's hard to make good topics a lot of the time, and I feel like they always take time, so I can't keep doing a lot of videos the way I have been. I need to maybe take a step back and try some new stuff, and that's kind of why 2024 is going the way it is, where I'm stepping back from other things to some extent. While also, I'm trying to make videos better as well, you know. The videos I do make, I want to make them better, but, you know, taking a step back quantity-wise, but also, you know, trying some new stuff. We'll see how that goes. So 2023 was kind of rough, and then, you know, just got me thinking about a lot of things. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should try some other things, you know, do some other stuff, you know, try some other, yeah, well, I'm repeating myself at this point, but alright, yeah. Kind of just experiment with new ideas, and I think that was a good idea. You know, try some fresh stuff. You know, and again, take somewhat of a step back, because again, I mean, I uploaded like 150 videos this year, and when you're trying to make videos that are a little bit more analytical, at least trying to go more into that discussion style route, you know, it gets a little bit more difficult to maintain that. So I do want to, again, try to make good videos, and the videos I make are hopefully, you know, interesting enough, for the most part. I mean, I have like random videos I do here and there, but you know, obviously, again, I think those take a bit more time. Not like a lot. I'm not like crazy high in production and whatnot, but like, well, not at all. I'm pretty low production if we're being honest. But yeah, but still, like in terms of thinking of stuff and trying to map it out, yeah, it takes some more time. So you know what, take a step back, but not like how I was in like 2021, where I was just barely uploading at all, and the videos I made weren't like that crazy good or anything. Upload more than that, and definitely keep the momentum I've, you know, kind of made over the past couple of years with what I've been doing, and I've definitely switched stuff up, which is good. But yeah, so definitely a perspective shift from just not having a great time. So yeah, I think that's just everything for this update. I kept this under 20 minutes. Great. That's everything for 2024. It will definitely be a weird year. From now up until from now until July, should be relatively similar. Maybe have some cool videos here and there, but yeah. After that, we're going to have a very interesting time. It's going to be pretty weird and experimental, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it can go well, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So anyway, that's everything for 2024 that I want to talk about. I will talk more about some specific videos and whatnot in weekly plays when I feel like it, if you want to know what I'm doing. But, you know, those just kind of come out when they come out. But, I make them and talk about videos and stuff throughout the year, so yeah, but as far as kind of my general roadmap, here it is. So yeah, that's everything. So hopefully 2024 will be pretty good, and for me personally, I just hope it's a better year than last year. I did not have a good time at all. That was not fun. So anyway, that's all for this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.